Howdy, folks.
Evening, folks. How are we doing?
Welcome to Canucks With Guitars. Look at that. Wow, we got 6 people, 7 people, 4 thumbs ups, and all we did was play a theme song. Love it.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too shabby at all. Let's, uh-oh, no connection. I want to bring up the chat. Give me a sec here. I see Terry's in the house. It's so weird that opening...
Fighting guitar.
Was it a little overdriven?
Hey, I'll take it.
All right. Oh, there we are. We're live. 8 people watching, it says. Well, let's make it 9.
Bottom.
Oh, we're still reversed. Of course we are. We're always reversed. All right, we got the chat open. Who do we got in here tonight? We got Terry. We got R2R3 Locking Nut. We got Mr. BHB.
Who?
Bruce?
Is that Bruce?
I assume it's Bruce. Let's see here. Dave Byron is live right now, and he did one of those guitar swirls, and the guitar flew and took a neck dive. Uh-oh. Did he break the connection again? Yeah, you know, he does that thing, you know, where you twirl it around. Yeah. It's the one he found in a dumpster. Did it the other night. It came around, and it was at the perfect angle. The strap let go. So he reached out and grabbed it that close to the floor. And I'm just like, did I just see that?
Wow.
Yeah, and the screw that he was using was like that long. I was like, buddy, talk to me. Like, he needs to dowel that out and put some hard wood in there if he's going to keep that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, his new Ibanez, too. Uh-oh.
Oh, Jiminy.
Damn.
Oh, boy.
Don't know the extent of the damage. Still didn't see it. Uh-oh. Maybe it's the only way he's get his wife to buy him a new guitar. Now, Deb's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Okay, Bruce is watching the instant replay. Right on the headstock. Ooh. So if it was a Gibby, it would have snapped for sure.
Yep.
Since it's an Ibanez, there's a chance. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, so everyone's freaking out about that. Terry asked if someone's using a strap-on. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Here we go. I think we're back to where we actually went live. All right, so who else we got in here? JC Smith, woohoo, we are live. Groovy Ghoulie, new subscriber in the last couple of weeks.
Hey, hey.
Mayhem says he can't hear anything. Can everybody else hear us? How is the audio? We're trying a different audio setup tonight. I sound like a farting guitarist, Groovy Ghoulie says. Volume higher, that's earlier, so...
How about now?
How about now?
Is that a little better?
Zach Thong's in the house. JC Smith, I missed him already.
Hey,
Jim
hey.
Guidry, Absolute Mayhem. Audio is great, Groovy Ghoulie says. All right, you know what?
Excellent.
I'm going to turn this one up just a touch as well. Just to be extra, in case we start mumbling. That was the anti-mumbling tweet.
Just that a little
because,
bit
you know,
more.
we always mumble. You know. So... let's see, what's happened since last week? Well, we had SNAMM, as I've seen the new acronym because people are getting sick of saying summer NAMM, so now it's just SNAMM.
Yeah, I saw that by about day 2. I started seeing the SNAMM.
SNAMM.
I was like,
SNAMM,
oh, wait, that makes
SNAMM,
sense.
SNAMM. Yeah.
Actually, the morning I saw the Mini Super Beetle
Yes.
was I had seen SNAMM for the first time. I was like, an acronym for everything now, don't we?
Yep. We see, let's call it in the NAMM spectrum, Kramer quite increased their presence.
Ooh, what did I see? What did I see? Oh, I saw Kramer. I'd actually get the Shamrock. I would get it. I would get it. You heard it first. You heard it first, viewers. A Kramer, I would own the new Shamrock. I don't know what is Shamrocky about it, and the fact it's a really, really particularly groovy shade of green.
Okay, so it's a Shamrock color, but what model?
I couldn't even tell you. I didn't bother to click on it or read. I just saw it. Kramer, Shamrock, and there was, you know, Shamrock, and then this wicked-looking green Kramer.
Floyd
Red Rose.
I have to look it up.
If you guys know more about it, go right ahead and say something in the chat. Like I said, I'm just like, ooh, shiny! I didn't look at any details about it at all. I just saw Kramer, I saw Shamrock, and I saw a cool-looking green guitar.
No Storm yet, Zach. He's in the schwa, so.
No, you guys getting pounded up there yet?
Yeah. Well, we're like 50-50 right now, and the headlights were coming on when I got here.
Yeah, it's getting,
overcast. It's very overcast.
It's getting ready, but we haven't had any drips of rain yet. But you can feel it in the air.
I'll keep tweaking the volume until you guys tell me it's okay. And if it gets kind of distorted, let me know, because then I'll lower the preamping, do more post. Oh, yeah. So there we are. Hey, Mark Taylor's in the house. So yeah, SNAMM.
So we had SNAMM.
So yeah, Kramer increased their fold. Considering at the previous NAMM that they were at, which would have been Winter NAMM, not this past one, but the one before that, they had one guitar in with the Epiphones. This time they had 3 guitars, tripling their footprint at a NAMM type event.
Hey man.
And I heard
you got to start somewhere for a company that's been around for almost 40 years.
And I like the fact that whatchamacallit there, Gibson was doing a ton of open house stuff.
Yeah.
Because I saw a lot of videos.
They were running their whole theme of back to the basics.
Yes.
Which, I don't know if you saw Henry's bold assertion this week.
The fact that they're getting rid of all the gimmickry for the most part?
No, that the claims of Gibson quality control issues are fake news.
Oh, fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. If you've bought a Gibson in the last 10 years that wasn't as fit and finished to perfection as you would have suspected, you, my friend, are a reporter of fake news. Didn't happen. You heard it from Henry himself. Gibson has no quality control problems. It's fake news.
There. Well, see now we got the boom stand in the frame here. Sorry, gang.
Even made light of the fact of how outrageously expensive their guitars are by saying, do you think people would pay as much as we charge for our guitars if we had quality issues? I was like, yes, because they want the big G name on the headstock, you dope. It's got nothing to do with whether you're making garbage or not. But at least you're acknowledging you're charging an arm and a leg.
And how many people that are buying the new stuff are just modding them too?
Yes, it's
yeah. Hey,
but it's fake news.
Holy crap. Look who just woke up and say hello to all. From the start, we haven't seen him in months. Mr. BV Ninja himself.
Oh, hey.
Hey, BV. Good to see you, brother. That's awesome. You're awake. That's what I used to always say in the chat. You're awake.
How's the Paul Reed Smith?
Yes. That's awesome. Good to see. Good to see. Yeah, so out at NAMM, so other than the Super Beetle, anything pique your interest?
Fender Jazzmasters. This was like the year of the Jazzmaster.
Yeah.
And although I love the fact that every reverb picture they used for that article, the first guitar in the picture is that blue Jaguar that the new Player Series one.
Oh yeah.
The year of the Jazzmaster with a picture of a Jaguar with a couple of Jazzmasters in the background. Like, come on, reverb. Come on. Yeah. But yeah, short of that, there wasn't anything super groovy. The Vox Mini Super Beetle.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm over my lust for
and
it now. It's really actually an exceedingly impractical
and somewhat
unit,
let's be honest, we saw a bunch of stuff at Winter NAMM, and then you and I both went to Music Fest.
And then
I went to Gear. Yeah. And then and I'm just like, it was like, oh, this is new.
All the new stuff.
Yeah,
like now, so it's like
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, short of that.
Oh. Well, Lando 27 Music's in the house. Hey, Lando.
Hey, buddy.
Good evening, Vox Super Mini Beetle. I've got one on pre-order.
Who? Lando. Nice, buddy.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lando. Oh yeah, Lando.
Right after I just say, I've talked myself out of needing one. Hold on, what? You're actually getting one? Tell me more.
Okay, so
Let me know how it is.
I've been talking a lot of Vox stuff lately.
Mm-hmm.
More than usual for me. It's all because of him. Hanging out with him.
If you buy 2 of them,
he
you
did
can become Bill Weinman.
His
and
latest
2 Vox amps.
His latest Vox vid was the AC4 C1.
Yeah.
The 112 one? Yeah, he does a video
No, that's the
playing it cranked.
AC4 112.
Alright. Well, one of those, he cranked it.
Yeah.
Just to see what it sounds like. Full gain, full master.
Nice. Pleasing.
Succulent. It was okay. It was a little more, like, you want to actually back it off for a better
Oh, yeah, no, like, even with my AC4s I've had.
Yeah.
I never found that the gain fully dined out was really all that pleasing on it.
Yeah.
Like, even after I switched the 12AX7 over to the 12AU7, still, like, diming the gain on a Vox isn't the way to go. Dime the master.
Yeah.
And then bring up the gain to taste.
Yeah.
But, yeah, wicked. Let me know how the Mini Super Beetle is, because I might not have fully talked myself out of one.
Groovy Ghoulie says the Fender Troublemaker Telly looks good. Yeah. Did you watch?
Yes, I did see that on NAMM too.
Did you see the video that John 5 did with it?
I didn't.
They blindfolded him, right?
Yeah.
And they just give it to him, and they're like, "So what color do you think it is?" He's like, "Well, it looks black to me," because he's got black blindfold on, of course. So he starts playing it. He's like, "Oh yeah," and you can tell because it's the official Fender video, so you're like us, you're trying to keep it clean.
To take a piss.
Well, you're trying to keep clean too, right? And he's like, "Oh man, this thing like plays really well." And then can I see it? And he's like, "Oh, F-bomb. Oh wait, can I say F-bomb?" It's like, well, but it was so genuine.
You already have.
Yeah, because he's just like, this thing just rocks.
You know what? I love the cheekiness. I love that kind of like real kind of like Yeah, I like it. I love it. The scrappy little like, you know what? Let's take it one step further. Let's call it the troublemaker.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna ruffle some feathers.
Hey, Matthew Stewart's in the house.
And you know what? I think it's totally cool. It's you know what? If feathers are ruffled and it makes trouble over at the Big G house, need us remind them of, remember the short-lived Big G Jimi Hendrix guitars? the very spitting copy of a certain notable black and white S-shaped instrument.
Hey, little David S. is in the house. And,
yeah, the Troublemaker looked totally cool.
August for that Vox amp.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've been trying to get somebody to carry Vox.
I thought I read they were supposed to be available mid-July. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Lando's in a mid-70s mood lately. He's going to be doing a review of a '79 Strat in the works.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mucho's groovy, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oop, did I miss something there? Excuse me. LA Music. Only store I've seen other than Andersen's. Yeah. That makes sense. Just gonna bring up the notes here. Oh yeah. Let's what are we? We're a good 13 minutes in. We should mention the show or channel sponsors. I want to personally thank Renofin Guitars.
RenofinGuitars.ca.
And of course Arden's Music, our friends at Arden's.
Arden Music, very, very fine folks.
Did you just put an order in with them?
I just came from Arden's Music actually before we started. I was on my way home from Arden's Music.
We'll tell you later, folks.
It's
new order.
You'll have to wait until it shows up.
Yep.
But yeah, there's been a lot of changes at the old Casa de Shanahan gear-wise in the last 3 hours. It's actually some pretty drastic changes for a 3-hour window, but
hey guys, on the couch gambling with my girlfriend. Oh yeah, that's gambling's a code. He's a fellow gambler like us.
Okay.
Yeah, his girlfriend gambles too.
Hey man, roll them dice.
He did a Canada gig. Remember he was talking
yeah,
about?
You were saying.
So he does the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we say, sometimes those karma gigs, play for free, whatever.
Wind up paying off.
He's got 2 more gigs booked as a result of that gig.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, and I checked out some of his videos. I haven't checked them all out. I'll be honest, there's a reason why. So, he's playing in a classic rock cover band.
Yep.
Female front.
Yep.
So, we can relate.
there's going to be a certain amount of material that
we've
played
probably
ourselves.
Yeah, so it's just like some of it I was digging because I want to see how they did it. And then I noticed they did a very similar vibe to what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's just like, I didn't want to play that song again. I don't really want to hear it again. So no offense, Dan. I'm sure they're great, but when you play, when you've played a song a bunch of times. So, but check out Dan Sullivan's stuff. He uploaded a bunch of videos from that Canada Day show.
Very groovy, very groovy.
What's the name of your band, Dan? Something to do with Crisis? Or it's I'm confusing with somebody else. Waiting for the shout out. Let's see here. Why is my chat not catching up? Oh, great. My chat's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. Now I closed the chat. Uh-oh. Reboot. There we go. Pause that. Hey, Showman Blues is in the house. Scott Nickerson's in the house, apparently. For some reason I'm not seeing everybody in the chat. Oh, here we go. Scott says, just got home from taking youngest daughter to deliver flyers. Be right back. Gotta have supper. And that was a few minutes ago, so you'll hear that message on the replay. Because he always goes back and watches the replay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Bruce is saying he's checking out Dan's videos. I'm still watching your onslaught of videos, bro. Yeah. Good stuff. Right on. Yeah, he's digging that. Broke a string on that new Les Paul. So they went to the trusty Godin. Yep. So he's playing that for the rest of the set.
We're playing some Gado on the Garden.
Man, I have not stopped playing Sweet Thing since I watched.
It's a fun riff, man.
Yeah. Well, it's the chorus too with that.
That's like my test driving a phaser riff. Is I'll play the.
Hey, Fender Guru. So I'm going to wait until the bottom of the hour to do the unboxing. Well, it's not really an unboxing, but an unbagging.
Unpouching.
Unpouching. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Andrew's, aka Fender Guru's, tuning in from work. He's like,
there we are.
Yeah, I can relate. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and Terry was saying it was raining up in his area, like a son of a gun at 5 o'clock. He's up around Midland area.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
So
he's right in the area where they're supposed to be getting hit with the big band of rain.
However, let's talk about the non-elephant in the room. You guys remember the old backdrop we used to have when we first started doing videos? That beautiful array of amplification.
Most notably,
a lot of Marshall stuff.
A bunch of stuff with a particular white scrolly font on it.
Yeah. A Minor Crisis. That's the name of Dan's band.
There we go.
So, if you hide the one item that's over there, I'm going to actually show the viewers what we're talking about here. So check it out, folks. Remember all those amplifiers that used to be over there?
There's a big hole there now.
Now we got a 112 and a Les Paul, and I see JJ's House of Jams made it. Awesome. So, gang, he's been doing some wheeling and dealing. Sorry for the seasickness, guys. I know you're going to think you're hanging out with Captain Smith.
Hanging out on the yacht.
All right, I'm just doing a set check. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay.
So yeah, I've downsized my Marshall fleet to none.
Yeah.
And did some wheeling and dealing on some stuff.
You guys want to see what he got?
So, starter out. Let's start out with what's probably going to be the shortest-lived article, because I basically, like, I don't know, it was a good deal and everything else. I didn't really need this part of it, but he took sort of part and parcel of the deal. So that being said, if anyone is in the market for, I will have available on Kijiji probably later this evening, one 1992 candy apple red Mexican Stratocaster. Presently with a set of Tone Emporium Texas Special pickups, although they've got some sort of other Texas pun in the name. They're not actually called Texas Specials, but you get the idea.
And the folks are probably wondering, as you were bringing up off camera, I got this new, but putting up for sale already. Why? Ben doesn't want it? Well, now you know. Radar too?
Now you know why Ben doesn't want it.
Yeah.
If it was a telly, he'd have it in that fleet
God.
of stable of Telecasters of his.
Let alone,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
because
it's,
I've been jealous of your telly for
You know what?
today.
It doesn't really show well on camera because it's looking a lot darker on the screen than it is.
It's gorgeous, folks.
It's like, it's a unique kind of red. It's a really,
it's a little darker than my Kramer.
but really light for candy apple red.
Especially Fender.
Yeah, so it's kind of funky. It remains to be seen how long this is gonna stick around.
So you're not gigging with it Saturday night?
I don't know. I might very well have to play 2 strats.
Yeah, because we haven't had that conversation. We always have a conversation. What do you bring in to gig with? So, we don't sound totally alike.
It and a hard shell case and one of these. This was what actually made the deal kind of solid for me was this. It's a Menatone red snapper, the 4-knob version, which I believe is the V3 if I'm not mistaken. It's got a funk, man. It is one of the nicest transparent overdrives I've had the pleasure of ever using.
And we all love transparent overdrives.
It's a serious piece of kit. Very, 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 very nice. I didn't actually realize how hefty of a price tag these have on them.
Yeah.
Until I was like, well, I don't know. I think we're still a little bit out of range on that trade. And he's like, yeah, you might want to look what that red snapper sells for. And I was like, oh.
Everyone's like, I'm trying to read backwards.
Sorry. Yes, a Menatone red snapper. Your controls are a volume, gain, cut, which is a treble cut all the way there. You're getting full treble all the way that way. It's accentuating the treble and mid. The bite is
like a presence.
it's a particular mid-range frequency that gives you the growl. But if you dial back the cut, you can get more growl with less fizz.
Huh.
Oh, it's a funky.
So this could possibly end up on my pedal board as well, folks. If you ever get sick of it.
For a price.
Yeah. You got that Zen drive too.
And then this came up, which he just threw in as part of the deal. Which again, this is probably going up on a
Hang on.
ad.
Hang on. Let's catch up on the chat here.
Oh, catch up on the chat.
So that is not a lefty. We are backwards. So that's a 1992 Mexican Strat with Tone Emporium pickups. So if you don't know, folks, that's right when Mexican guitars started. So it's essentially an American guitar. Everything is identical. Hardware, woods, everything's identical to a US build. So that's available. Then you got the nice boutique pedal.
And then we got the nice boutique pedal, and then
you got this.
The working man's pedal, just the TC Electronic Mojo. It's a great overdrive. I don't have any use for it. So
I'm gonna take it home and try it out.
Ben's gonna take it home and try it out, and it may wind up in his board, or it may wind up in a Kijiji ad. Coming soon.
Or if I like it but I don't have room for it, I'll buy it, and then you know where it'll end up. It'll end up on my shelf.
In the background.
On the shelf, like up here. Yeah, speaking of which, there's where your surplus pedals go, right on top of that Beane.
Maybe. Although I'm actually kind of, I don't have a whole lot in surplus pedals right now. I kind of cleaned the stockpile out in the last little bit.
Well, you've also got much more on your board than you once had.
You
used to have the nice array of surplus, but the board was minimalized.
I also refilled the board too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that, and I dropped a significant portion of the proceeds down at Arden's today on something they put on order for me, which is really funky and cool, but you're gonna have to wait to see it because I'm not spoiling the surprise.
That's right. So Terry had one of those guitars. He modded it with gold hardware, which I always like the gold with the candy apple. It does work. It's one of the few.
You know what? I have gold hardware on my other Strat. I could very easily.
And he put a Wilkinson bridge on it too.
I don't think I'd be going that far, especially since I'm unsure of my keepingness of it.
Few nice guitars. The showman says so. Whoops. Let's cancel that. So I was just thinking that it would be cool to have a backdrop made for the man cave from one of the companies that makes backdrops and booths for shows, trade shows.
Yeah.
There's webcams that have the green screen technology, because then you can just use any photo as your backdrop. like all the photos I've been using for thumbnails and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like that one was one I took at the Ibanez booth at GearFest. So that's what I'll do. Just randomly grab a photo. Sounds like JJ has some time off work. Nice.
Can't go wrong. Time off in the summer, brother.
Bruce likes the guitar. BV Ninja says that's made by my friend Brian Mina. Or I think I pronounced that right. He just launched a mini red snapper, small
Today!
last week.
Oh, I didn't say
Probably at SNAMM.
I literally just saw it this morning.
Yes. See, it's been so long, I forget. Our good friend BV is like on a first name basis with
Yeah.
half the pedal builders in the world. It seems all the boutique good guys.
Yeah, it's
Have to
pretty
rub
awesome,
it in,
man.
buddy.
Next time you're talking
we
to
got
him, tell him I
25
love it. I think it's the greatest overdrive I've ever used.
We got 25 people watching. Let's see some thumbs ups.
Siskel's, folks.
Yeah.
Siskel's all around.
We'd like to see some thumbs ups. Take my Motorola X Play for the Strat, please. There's Frank Corcoran. Sorry, not Cochran. Corcoran. Let's see here. I'm not even gonna say anything about that one. Oh, Lando did. Okay, yeah, nice, very nice. Did it all backwards for the '92 Candy Apple Red. By the way, how did you find the Tone Riders? Who's got Tone Riders? We got the Tone Emporiums. Tone Riders, what are they used in? Is it the Classic Vibe series have Tone Rider pickups in them?
Really?
Yeah. Like Tone Rider makes a lot of OEM pickups. That's how they can have their pickups so cheap too, right?
Because they're mass producing for you.
Exactly. Absolute Mayhem says Vape Nation. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Get a Logitech 922, he says. Turn up the volume. All right.
Turn it.
Showman's old.
Turn it.
There.
Turn it.
More. And then JC commenting on Showman's age. Careful. He's my dad's age. Show some respect. What in the Sam Hill is going on, dudes? Oh, that's got to be EJ's Guitars and Music channel. Nice.
Oh.
R2 says it's all the years in front of a 412 Marshall cab. There's this deafness. Everyone's saying howdy to each other. So yes, and then did you show that last pedal? You did, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, right. Never mind. So yeah, he moved some stuff, got some other stuff.
And then ordered some stuff.
Well, we lost some viewers, but we got more thumbs ups.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so cool.
Fine. How are we doing for time here? What time is it? 8:30. Well, is it time for now of an unpouching?
I think we could do an unpouching.
I was
I
waiting
showed off
for a
my
certain
new
someone
stuff.
to show up in the chat, but he hasn't shown up yet.
Well,
But he's not always in the chat, so. Yeah, speaking of which, his last show was hilarious. The thumbnail, you just see Dave Nesdahl just laughing his ass off. And I laughed hard too, so. Yes.
Unbagging, as I called it on my channel.
This is coming from Redbubble. Find your thing with condiments. It's kind of a funky
Ketchup.
packaging.
Mustard, not
It looks very Mr. Sparkle.
Yes,
So, we open this up. Oh, incredibly hot. Just make sure is there anything else in here? No, because there's supposed to be 2 items, but they said it was shipping separately. Oh, isn't that cool? Very nice thing here. That's right, folks. I got me a Johnny Beane t-shirt. Oh, there it is. Everyone should check them out. Redbubble.com. I'm not... Okay, that smells awfully chemically, so I may not wear this gigging Saturday. And then And then be like, why do you have a clean-shaven Rich? Considering, look ahead, Rich. Same hat, glasses. Speaking of which, after you had left on Sunday, Johnny Beane ended up jumping in for the last little bit of the show.
Nah.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh yeah. So this is from Red Bull. They gave me a decal.
I think that's a sticker.
Yeah, but I prefer to call it a decal.
It's got a sloth on it though.
I know.
That's pretty badass. That's fatty fat. I like that. That's all kinds of cool.
So likely tomorrow, because they also ordered a sticker, but for a Johnny Bean sticker, so it's his head in sticker form.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll throw that on a piece of gear. So yeah. Supporting the scene, as they say.
Very groovy.
That's where I've gone from, instead of buying local band shirts now I'm buying YouTuber shirts. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. What do we got here? The Johnny Bean taxi shirt. Yeah. No ketchup on a hot dog. Dry heat, I love ketchup on a hot dog. Sometimes I put just ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah, what do you mean, ketchup on a hot dog? What kind of heathen are you? I'm kidding. You put whatever you want or not want on a hot dog, brother.
Mayhem says, LOL, a Richie Bean shirt. Nice. Let's see, Bruce says, you have to wash that shirt first, and if you lay it on something, that too will stink. Alright. I'll wash it up. Oh, and R2 says his came with 2 decals. And then Mayhem says decals. Don't be a douche. You're Canadian. It's decal. Same as you, Groovy Ghoulie. Decal. Not decal. Even though my sister says decal.
You say decal.
Yeah, it's decal. In Canada, we call those stickers decals. I think that's a quote. So, yeah. R2 will timestamp this after the fact. Yeah, speaking of which, yeah, since you did have to leave early, if you want to check the highlights, R2 timestamped some stuff. Johnny timestamped, he said only the last 20 minutes are good, or something to that effect, and timestamped just at the 20 minutes remaining mark. Which is a believe, like I said, when he jumps in, made the show watchable, even though he wasn't on camera. Not to mention JJ starting out the show with a bang. I told you about that, did I not? Yeah.
I heard.
I'm not going to repeat how he started the show, but if you want to check it out, folks.
It's an opener.
If anyone's ever coming hot. EJ's...
Yeah, that's coming in hot. Wheels up to the runway, that one.
Yeah. EJ says he's bouncing back and forth between this live stream and an awesome Kung Fu movie.
Oh, nice. I mean, I don't mind playing second fiddle to an awesome Kung Fu movie. I don't mind playing third fiddle to 2 awesome Kung Fu movies.
Terry says, depending on how cheaply made the chicken wiener is, the more ketchup it might require.
Never eat chicken wieners. Chicken wieners are the devil.
And then...
Pork or better, man. Pork or better.
JC Smith says Steve Andersen dictionary applies decals. Sure. Well, I was hoping to get my sticker today, or my decal, because I'm off for the next 3 days after working 13 days in a row.
Aye.
You missed Dave Byron's latest live session where he spun the Kramer around. Yeah, we talked about that before you got here, buddy. I was already on it. I was reporting it live on the air.
Vegan wieners? No. Don't even that's not even like.
No.
That's not even food.
No. We're not saying that actual hot dogs are healthy by any means. But...
Hot dogs are barely food.
Yeah.
So when you take something that's barely food and make it less food, it's now like beyond the realm of not food. Vegan hot dogs.
Watch the mighty celery, because celery will kill you.
Well, I mean, if you had nothing but celery to eat,
You would die.
You would die. It takes more energy to eat celery than celery gives back to you.
Which has 0 calories.
It is the most bogarting thing you could possibly eat. It robs
It's
you
worse
of
than
your energy.
just going with straight water. It's
Like if
actually
you
worse.
wanted to torture somebody and like the ultimate, like most cruel and
Nothing but
unusual and
celery.
sadistic torture, feed them celery every day for every meal until they expire. Because they'll be
Oh,
well
alright.
hydrated until they die. Oh, that's sadistic, but
Well, Groovy Ghoulie says he had to go vegan after a heart attack. I miss meat and meat like food, i.e. hot dogs.
meat like food. I like.
Yeah, meat like
All right.
food.
Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with veganism.
Yeah,
especially
Schneider's
when
Red Hots are good.
Especially when and Schneider's. Schneider's Red Hots. There's a perfect example of a meat like.
Love them.
I don't know why. They're one of the best hot dogs.
Yep.
Like, they're like one of the like fakest hot dogs. There's absolutely nothing about the consistency of that says I was at one point in time even slightly closely meat.
Chicago style.
But
hot
we're
dogs.
once again deteriorating into
The
a cooking
food talk,
show.
which actually we got comments on. I enjoyed the food talk. I forget who it was, and I'm just like, yeah. See, there you go, folks. That's the way. That's how you know you've really arrived as a channel on YouTube. You claim to be some guitar channel, and then eventually you end up just talking about food or, yeah.
I promise we won't start a cooking segment.
No. Although he is a hell of a chef.
I can cook, but we're not going to start a
No,
cooking segment.
death by celery, exactly. Yeah, epic metal.
Do
That's
we
metal band
use
name.
the sugar? No, no, no. Do we use salt? No, no, no. How do we flavor this cake?
Oh.
With cognac!
There's ZD351. Where's the ZD? Do you guys say Z or Z in Australia? I think
they say I think they say it proper.
I don't know. Either way, he's like, hi, I just walked in halfway through this conversation, but forget hot dogs. We have bunning sausages on the weekend.
Bunning sausage?
Yeah.
Alright, what's a bunning sausage?
It's a brand.
Oh, okay.
But it's a good brand.
Okay.
It's the Schneiders.
Oh, like Smokies?
Those are good.
Well, but not like old little Smokies.
Yeah, not quite like a brat, but
Alright.
yeah.
Like those cheese-filled Smokies I used to get.
I think so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's alright then.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a hard skin sausage. A hard skin sausage.
Oh, he says it's not a brand.
Oh wait, alright. Well, talk to me more. What's a bunning sausage?
Yes. So much for getting away from the food talk.
Hold on, mate. What's a
Yeah.
bunning sausage?
And Terry says, I think they call it Zed. And okay, and he said Zed. So, all right. Now I know. All right. Part of the Commonwealth, you say it right.
That's right.
Zed lives. That's right.
I think it's just the treasonous. Here's Z.
Well, there's Sully, dude. Aussies love their bolognas, eh? Well, who doesn't?
What's wrong with tube steak, bye?
Well, you know, my dad growing up Cape Breton,
New
we
steak.
gotta have bologna in the house all the time.
You gotta have.
He's
some
gotta
new
have
steak.
this-
You gotta have some new steak, bye.
Yeah.
Cut off, slab it out, chuck it in the old frying pan, crisp wrap, and flip around over to the other side, crisp wrap, chuck some toaster in the oven, a little bit of bread on there, a bit of ketchup.
Now,
New for steak,
hey,
bye.
there he is. What's the haps? I had a hot dog quesadilla yesterday. Johnny, we did the unpouching already.
I thought I was the only one who did that. Nice. Big ups on that.
Of course, I bring it back so it's the same size as your head. So there we go. We'll get washed up and wear it on stage on Saturday. Hey, you guys got merch. Well, not really. Johnny Beane has merch, but there we go. Bunning sausages looks like longer version of a North American breakfast sausage. That's what I was going to say. I thought they were milder tasting, like a breakfast sausage. But
So
they're
they're
just
like
bigger. Hot dog sized breakfast sausages.
Pepperette, but sausage?
Sausage is not a hot dog, it's a sausage. No, Colt Moo on Monday did meat, sticks, and jerky in their Willet sausage series. Willet sausage. Love it.
So, like, they're those long, like, skinny, like, hot dogs. Like, yay big around, like, long.
Yes, looking just to support the channel, Johnny. He says, awesome tea. I'm also waiting on a Johnny Beane decal, but apparently it didn't arrive. So I think it's on a separate tracking number for some reason. But the interesting thing was, I ordered that Saturday and I got it today.
That's bad.
And it ships out of Burlington, Ontario, which is also the Amazon distribution area.
Weird.
Yeah, so basically Hamilton, Burlington. So that's awesome because it takes longer for us to get our shirts than it does for Americans to get our shirts.
Weird.
Well thought out from the Canucks with Guitars guys. Yeah.
Flukes that worked out in our favor.
R2 says I need a mug too. Not yet, but I will. Yes. I've got some more online shopping to be doing. Very simple. They just barbecue the sausages and you can have it with or without onion. Of course, you got to put the onions because it is such a mild breakfast sausage style. So, yeah.
Well, that's intriguing.
Yep.
So this would be like the enormous, like, long novelty kind of skinny hot dogs to see cats munching down on, like, the background of rally races and stuff at the corner. Like, unnecessarily long hot dogs, but they're really small and skinny and they look like a pepperette almost, or am I thinking of something else?
Oh, damn. Really? So BV says, talking of pedals, Chico Bellini from Guru's Amp sent me an Echo Sex 3 and an Echo Sex 2 T7E. Search friends Chris Buck. I know who Chris Buck is. British.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. For a demo, Echo Sex 3 and Mick Taylor from that pedal show for the other one. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man. The Echo Sex is a really
See,
really
BV, he knows about all the boutiquey stuff.
That's a really fancy.
That's awesome, buddy.
Pedal.
2 degrees. Yeah, it could be 2 degrees. Alright, that makes sense. Let's see, and then R2 asked, did Johnny say he had a hot dog quesadilla? Yes.
See, that's...
He says he almost put it in the Discord. Ding! Last night. And I've been asked if I will start a Canucks with Guitars Discord. Not at this time, but possibly in the future. Yeah.
There we go.
We shall see, folks. We're not a big-time operation here like Mr. Beane. But one day. Speaking of which, I did post some pics in the Discord. Bing! Today. Found some very early Van Halen photos. Eddie's playing a Gibson V. I wasn't aware that he ever played a Gibson V. Alex is playing the most basic of kits, but it's a kit he played right through all the, like from the backyards all the way through the first tour. Michael Anthony's playing, what do they call it? The SG bass. EJ?
EBO?
Or EBO? Sure, he's playing one of them. With his huge bell bottoms on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ooh, with jalapenos and cheese. Hot dog quesadilla with jalapenos and cheese.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's America right there.
The man knows how to munch. The man knows how to munch.
Doesn't care if you're small or big. It's there for you either way. That's true. And then R2 saying, dude, that sounds good. I think just R2 has the munchies. So everything sounds good. There is a possibility. He might be gambling. Yes. Let's see what else we got in the old notations here. I haven't seen her in the chat this evening, but I want to wish my sister Amanda a very happy 40th birthday.
Happy birthday. By the way, you're not supposed to tell a woman's age.
No, she's been actually saying it, so I'm bragging it up. And plus, as an older brother, we can call them out on that stuff.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So,
happy birthday, man.
Lordy, look who's 40. So yeah, happy birthday to my sister. Let's see here. We did that. I didn't share the show, but I think it shares it now. It posts it now automatically because I pre-schedule it. So it doesn't do it when it renders. Yeah.
Well, there we are.
So that covers up most of that stuff. Oh yeah. He's been in the chat. I don't know if you're aware of this. Our contest winner was announced on Sunday.
No, I didn't actually.
It took almost 2 hours for R2 to announce the winner.
Wah pedal.
Yes. R2 was going a mile a minute. He was apologetic, but he was so excited to be on. It was awesome.
No, it was a blast.
Yeah.
For the bit that I said.
Yeah. So it got to the point where we're going on 2 hours. I'm like, so we gonna announce the winner, buddy? Like, you know, it's kind of the theme of the eve. So yeah, Mr. Dry Heat 480
Cool.
has a dime bag wah plus some other goodies coming along. R2 threw in some extras. You saw that part.
Yeah.
I think he showed it off air before we all started.
Groovy. Well, congratulations, brother man. Yeah, a lot of fun with that. Being all like, wow, wow.
Yes, I was going to actually mention that.
And you can kick on the boost and be like, wow, wow.
Those early VH picks, Ben, they were unearthed last summer. Oh, well, there we are. Awesome, Johnny. I figured, well, you'd know. You've seen them all. And I appreciate he doesn't just automatically say, seen it, whenever you post one of these photos that you think you've uncovered. Ooh. Check what I found. Look what I found. Yeah. Let's see here. Speaking of Joey Chestnut, that guy is something. Yes, Zach. All right, and then ZD, aka I want to say John. Oh man, I've done a hangout with the man, but I'm terrible with names. Okay, enough sausage talk. Look up sausage sizzle on Wikipedia if you're interested. Now back to guitar talk. All right, and then I wish my sister a happy birthday after that. You guys need a megaphone, or maybe I play too close to my amp. All right, well, we can turn up a bit more. We got a little more room.
Not much volume yet.
There we go. All right, let's see here. Yes, JJ mentions Rob Chapman just did a cool Music Man factory tour showing some of the original Eddie guitars. Yes,
very groovy.
There was 2 single coil ones. One had the 3 single coils all parallel. And then they had another one with the angled bridge, like true Strat style, in the vault. They were nice. They had one of the original ones from the original NAMM showing with the brown back. I can't remember. It was a Cherry Burst. Oh, beautiful Cherry Burst. Like nice, you know, Gibby cherry, like traditional Gibby, you know, nice inch wide cherry. They did a great job on that. I was like, why wasn't that a thing? But then again, I'm kind of partial to Cherry Burst. Because all I remember from back in the day was Amber, because Eddie played Amber. Or whatever they called that.
Honey Burst.
Honey Burst, yeah. But yeah, they showed that including the holy grail of Ernie Ball Music Man as we know it. Bass number 1. The very first Stingray. Like there's nothing on the head, a blank headstock.
Wow.
And the paint is just flaking off because, yeah, like major cracking. Big chunks missing out of the paint. They put a new battery in it, and it came to life. And they said they pulled it out in 2007 for an anniversary event, and that was the last time it was played. And Rob's bass player, / I think he's involved with Chapman Guitars as well. He's like, I have to play this. You know, like you hear him immediately off camera. As soon as they pulled it out, he's like, I have to play that. I was like, well, yeah, that's like someone saying, here's the first broadcaster Leo built, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I've always imagined there'd be like some special energy you'd absorb from playing an instrument that Leo actually
John
like crafted.
Did I say John?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Let's see here. Suggestion: mic arm down but still up. Move staying closer, but mic between yous in the shot. Yeah. Well. Here. Sorry if we make a bunch of noise. There. How's that? Better?
Better.
Right in the middle. But look at this. Now it's cutting me off at the throat here. I don't know if I can say that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Did you actually, you kind of referenced the telly, Johnny, a bit, but you didn't, did you actually pick it up and show it off to Bruce? Which was hilarious the way he said that, because, you know, the whole, so, we were hanging out, I want to say on, it was either me live or Joe Wentz live on Tuesday. Oh, my memory's shot. We're hanging out, and it was referenced, and Bruce said he wanted to see it, so Johnny immediately, without missing a beat on the show, he was like, was it Bruce that wanted to see it? And he just put a link to it. Because he's got the wrench, he can do these things. Let's see here. Much better. Uh-oh. Always better when you're blocked from view, Ben. Yeah, that would be NASCAR Canuck himself. Why don't you wish your cousin a happy birthday in the chat when she sees the replay? Just saying. Harshness and bitterness all of a sudden. Look at that.
Jeez.
So we did that. We did that. Check the pics.
You used to be so nice till you came along, Doug.
Oh yeah, and we always say, you know it and I know it because you're friends with him on Facebook. The way the old man always, what he has to write every time he shows off something. So I was going to show this off because, you know, the folks, they love my dad. Which we have an idea in the works involving my dad. I just haven't talked to my dad about it yet. But we have an idea. Well, I know he'll go for it. So this is how my father supports the scene. If you can read his caption.
It'll be backwards.
Oh, yeah. Damn. So, it says, ... because that's what my dad always does. Son working his night job.
Thanks for spreading the honey badger word, Dave.
I was like, hold on, is that Bruce?
It looks like it might be.
Is that Bruce? Random pics on Ben's phone. There we go. Yeah, so I don't have anything in the way of pics to show this week, apparently. Well, there we go. I posted a bunch of stuff in the Facebook group, which I was going to mention, Canucks With Guitars Facebook group. If you're on Facebook and not already a member, and you're watching this and you're not,
yeah, man, why?
of course, if you're new to the channel, always, this is reversed. Subscribe down here. Make sure the bell looks like it's wrong, of course. Also, yeah, we're looking at covering some more events, much more. I don't know what's left this year. We gotta check as far as any Toronto guitar shows. Maybe we can zip up
September 1st. There's the Vintage Guitar Show.
Okay, maybe we'll see if we can get up there for that.
Hamilton, I want to say.
Well, we'll see if we can get up there for that.
I just got the notice about it yesterday.
Okay. Well, let me know because they haven't done the
Good thing
September
you
schedule
just
yet.
jogged my memory because I had completely forgotten
Yeah,
about
so maybe we can go check that out. But what I'm getting to is next year is going to be big because we're looking at covering minimum 3 events. So we're looking at NAMM. We're looking at Music Fest. We're looking at Gear Fest. Possibly Summer NAMM as well. Possibly. As well as other assorted things that could come up, random road trips and such. So if you want to help us do this, so we can achieve all of the above,
and more,
we started a GoFundMe account, trying to get Richie and I to NAMM especially, and then from there, Music Fest is a given, Gear Fest is kind of being budgeted for, because I also have the trip down to North Carolina next year, so
yeah.
I'm looking at, honestly, it was looking at the calendar and all the events that I want to cover for the channel as well as the yearly vacation. I'm looking at taking 2 months.
Of May.
2 months I'll be looking to book off next year from work. At the easy. And that's not even, JJ and I were talking about even staying a couple extra days post NAMM. Even if I sent you home on a plane and I'll stay an extra few days. We'll see what happens. But ideally, yeah, I'd like to tack on as much as we can before and or after NAMM as well, and actually see the sites. And I can't remember where JJ is, but the Music Man Factory isn't too far from him, I think, because it's in.
That'd be kind of cool.
What do they call it? SLO for short. San Luis Obispo.
Oh right.
It's not Louis, it's Lewis, because all good Californians mispronounce the name. I learned that in the Rob Chapman video. Yeah, NAMM, cough, cough. JJ's place. Yeah. Mayhem's thinking about going to NAMM as well. It's hours away. Alright, well, never mind.
Never mind that.
Everyone buy a Canucks With Guitars shirt to get Ben closer to go to NAMM/JJ's house. Ben and
Yes.
Reg.
Yes, folks.
Yes, we also,
Thank
yeah,
you.
if you don't want to just say, I'm not giving those yokels my hard-earned money, what do I get out of it? Well, you can get a t-shirt, you can get a sweatshirt, you can get a coffee mug, you can get pillowcases.
Pillowcases.
Got a dog? Get a bandana for your dog.
Dog bandanas.
I think we do
There is onesies for infants.
Yes.
Your infant could be decked out in a Canucks With Guitars onesie, and your better half can be all sorts of cross with you. But you'd be like, look how cute she or he is.
And then you can post it in the Facebook group.
And then you'd be like, check out how cute he or she is in their Canucks with Guitars onesie.
Briefs or bikinis? Not
Look
yet.
how tired I am with my baby and my Canucks with Guitars coffee mug. It's keeping me awake. Keeping my parenting good.
Bruce says to send him that picture. All right. I thought I already did. I'll send it to you again. Remind me tomorrow. Don't forget to support the trip to JJ's House of Jams. Exactly. Thank you very much, Mayhem. Zach says happy birthday to my sister. Let's see here. You seasoned your voice and tuned it, brother. Well done. Sounds good. Okay. Talking to Johnny Beane.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, he talks a lot. Yeah, Johnny doesn't talk a lot off camera. He's a pretty quiet guy. I think that's why he has Steve Andersen on every once in a while, you know? Just let Steve go.
You know what? I didn't see Braziers as an option. But as soon as that checkbox is available, you can bet your left in that we're going to have Canucks with Guitars Braziers, and they will go up to a
you know what we need?
cup size.
This is something we need, and unfortunately, I don't think I can get it up in time unless I do it just as a decal using, maybe. NASCAR Canucks. Hey, do you have any Canucks with guitar stuff I can stick on bathroom walls in the casino in Cherokee, North Carolina? Considering,
I don't think we have stickers.
There is currently 2 defaced urinal stalls in the bathhouse in the south infield of Charlotte Motor Speedway.
There is.
Somebody marked their territory with a band sticker they were in at the time, the Vatican Assassins.
I won't mention who it was, but they might have defiled that bathroom with a
And
Vatican
somebody may
Assassin
recognize
sticker.
the other one because there's one of a beaver with flies flying around it stuck on a urinal not too far from that one. In fact, I know they're possibly in urinal stalls up and down, what's that, I-85?
Nice.
At least all the way below the South Mason-Dixon line. Need to sell a guitar, Canucks with Guitars skin-colored Speedos. You'll make millions. Ooh, I don't know, mankinis. Tanaka's in the house. Hey Tanaka, let's get off that subject. Banana hammocks? No, we don't have them.
Yeah.
Canucks with Guitars bras with support for up to double G sizes. That's where you pretty much just put together 2 of those dog bandanas, probably.
They're coming in double G's. I don't want them coming with a matching thong.
That's a lot of material.
That's a whole lot of Rosie.
Well, are you good, Bruce? Bruce is like, we good? I want to buy a bunch of Johnny Beane decals and go to Gearfest and put them on people's cars. Oh, yeah.
Johnny Beane
Now,
would not
yes.
want you to do that.
So we're looking at tentatively next year for Gearfest, because we've been talking about it already. Yourself, myself, I think Bruce. I think he's Bruce anyways.
The guy who claims
his
to
lovely
be
lady
Bruce
Jen.
Anyway.
And now our 2 or 3 locking nuts pretty much committed to go.
No, groovy, man.
Well, considering he has the shortest drive, because I'm pretty sure it's only 2.5 hours from his place.
yeah, that's not too bad.
Oh, no. We don't need Canucks with Guitars adult toys.
Speaking of which,
Oh,
did
God.
you see that Trenton has a new adult shop right on the main drag now?
Really? Right on
the
Dundas?
old Ardens.
Really? Wow, which was the old record shop.
The old sound effects.
Yeah, and Sam the Record Man before that.
It is now a marital aid dispensary.
You too, BB. Great seeing you,
Right
buddy.
on the main drag. Keeping it classy, Trenton. That's the way we like it.
Let's
Greasy
see here.
and
Yeah,
easy.
BB Ninja's headed out. So good night, BB. Thanks for staying up. He is in Switzerland after all.
Cheers, brother man. Have a good night.
There we go. How are we doing on time? All right. Yeah, we are getting close too. Music to someone's ears. Nice. So everyone's saying goodbye to BV. Yeah, good to see him.
Indeed. Still didn't tell us how that PRS was, though.
Next time. Next week.
Time.
Report
Next
in,
week.
please. Jim Guidry says, have a
Next
good
week.
evening, everybody. Later, Jim. Look forward.
Hi, Jim.
He's working on that track. Yeah, we might as well just announce it right here on the air that Jim
Oh,
Guidry
right, yeah.
and his son Alex and myself are going to do a little something together. And so I'm looking forward to jamming with those guys virtually, and we're going to see what we come out of that.
Muy cool, muy cool.
Canucks with Guitars guitar picks. Yeah, I've been looking at that too.
Yeah.
I've been looking at
That's
doing
cool.
a signature guitar pick for a while, but I'll be honest, I've started flirting with different pick gauges, so we'll see.
Yeah. And it all of a sudden.
It'd be nice if we could.
What do I want? 10,000 picks.
Plus, it'd be nice if we used the same pick, because
Oh, yeah.
then we could just.
That was the
divvy it
reason
up.
Vatican Assassins never wound up getting picks done, because Babcock wanted thicker picks than I did.
Even though he never uses a pick.
Even though he doesn't use a pick, he just wanted picks to flick out at people.
So he wanted thicker ones because they had to go
And
farther.
he wanted thicker picks, they'd flick better. And it's like, I actually use the things. I don't want to use thick picks. Oh, it's sort of two kinds. I'm like, you're not putting in a penny towards this. I'm a...
Vape juice looks lit. No, it's nicotine. I only sell nicotine vape juice. For now. We'll see what happens there. So, yeah, so I'm just trying to think. Let's just double check. Yeah, there's nothing left in the notes. Awesome, because I didn't really do much in the way of notes this week. Awesome. So we got a gig on Saturday.
That we do.
Then Sunday. I assume you're going to be around at about 8 p.m. on Sunday?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm going to be around.
Actually, I know so. I am, in fact, going to be around, so I will be
Awesome.
in the round table.
Yes. So if you
Doing my
actually...
usual lack of contributing and just sitting there being like, oh yeah, and making the occasional
But there's only going to
rambling,
be
nonsensical remarks.
there's only going to be 3 people at this round table. Yourself,
So I'm gonna have
myself,
to be contributing more.
and some guy named Steve from Boston will be here on this channel 8 p.m. Sunday. So I hope everyone tunes into
Lexi picks.
that. Lexi picks? Yeah, him. You're just going to pull a complete Les Nessman, aren't you? I could just see that. Chai Rodriguez? Just mispronounce. So, how do you feel about playing a Les Paul?
What do you think about playing the French model of guitar that you play? The what?
Les
The Paul. I believe the French call it
Les Paul.
the Paul.
Yeah.
Les Paul. It's an entire group of Paul made
And
into
you
one
see
guitar.
him reaching up and going, and then it's just Rich and me.
Oh, yeah. Not so bad.
Yeah. So that should be fun, gang. So definitely tune into that. I want to thank each and everyone for tuning in tonight. Once again, want to thank renofin.ca and Arden's Music.
Yes.
We got some stuff in the works with both companies. Travis has been away, so I got to talk to him.
Actually, I've got quite the stockpile of undelivered goods setting to pile up at Arden.
And I finally paid off my account last week. Because, yeah.
And not that they're taking a while. It's just like I just keep
What's that?
ordering stuff.
I think that was on my way here last week, for last week's show, I
you
think.
just
Yeah.
squared up
I was
on your
like,
account,
I got to stop at Arden's. And I was just like, oh, damn. Because I kept thinking, like, they messaged me on my way to Gearfest. Hey, your stuff's in. I'm like, and it's been sitting there a week. And I hate that. Because they don't care normally, because generally you have to pay in full in advance for anything you special order. Minimum 50% down if you're a regular customer.
Yeah.
But for me, I just send Sean a text, and then he
Can you
gets
get this for me?
get this for me, and he's like, it doesn't exist yet. I'm like, I know, but still.
It will. It will in like a week or two.
Yeah, just let the guys know that
ready to click.
when they get the memo on Monday that this is a new product, Ben wants one. So, yeah. Let's see, I use my signature guitar picks live and give them away, others in studio, Ben. Yes. Awesome, Johnny. Yes, you use Intune picks, I think they are. They seem to be the ones I think most guys use for custom picks.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the other one, but yeah, Intune's one of the big ones. Yeah, I can't remember the other one.
I'll check into it, Zach. If I can get, especially a tortoiseshell pick, that'd be cool. More expensive though.
Yeah, you're looking at premium.
All right, you'll be getting flat black.
You're gonna be paying a premium.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll get some picks, because I know everyone digs picks, and even I've started collecting picks now. I vowed I wasn't going to start collecting picks, but now that I've hit a few trade shows and
You
just
wind up collecting.
yeah, and you know, and guys like
I've
R2
got
have
my
sent me
picks that I
picks,
don't
and
use,
JJ
like,
sent me picks.
I've got a little pouch of
Intune
picks.
GP is awesome.
Picks I
Been
don't
with them for
use.
11 years. I really should turn the brightness back up on this since I'm not showing any photos. Yeah, Steve from Boston is the artist formerly known as Pixie Licks, or Lixie Picks, as
Lixie picks.
Rich calls them. So, until next time, folks, he's yawning. I got to drive 10 miles home. Thanks for tuning in.
Folks. Thanks for tuning in, and
Make sure to hold those doors open.
we'll
let
see
that
you Sunday
guy
night.
Yeah, let that guy in ahead of you in traffic, and be good. And good things will happen to you. Rock on. Mike's boom stand. We'll suss out maybe down low. Maybe we'll do this.
Woo! Blow all your speakers out before we go.
There you go,
Good night,
folks. Cheers.